Hey everybody, I'm Todd and this is Sweet Tea Guitars. Thank you so much for stopping by the channel and welcome to the Great Guitar Build Off 2022. I had mentioned in a previous video that I released called Plans and Reasons, which was my introduction video this year for my Great Guitar Build Off project. I talked about having a commission build that I have to do for a doctor friend of mine. I released that video before the announcement that the Great Guitar Build Off was kicking off this past Friday. After the announcement came that we were starting the Great Guitar Build Off and Ben announced all the new categories and, you know, where everything fell and how the voting was going to go and what the entry fee was and all that kind of stuff, he talked about the timeline. So we've actually got until April 1st to build our profiles on the Great Guitar Build Off page, which I think is a great idea to leave each individual contestant responsible for building their own page on that website. That's where all the links to your videos go, updated photos as you progress through your build. The end of the Great Guitar Build Off is not going to happen until October 1st. So we've got almost all year to build this thing. Well, I started thinking about that. And first of all, I don't want the doctor's guitar to have to take that long. I'd love to be able to get his guitar delivered to him mid-summer, definitely before October the 1st. With that much time, I can come up with something completely new. In that line of thinking, I started saying, okay, well, if I'm going to come up with something completely new and do something different for the Great Guitar Build Off, what am I going to use for this? You know, I've been buying neck wood, body wood, top sets. I think I got like 35 top sets over there now in my wood store. I've probably got, I don't know, maybe 25 neck blanks. I've got a bunch of wood in my shop, you guys. I started thinking about what I could do that would be different. Because last year in the Great Guitar Build Off, my entry was a 25.5-inch scale based loosely on a Les Paul design. And you guys can go back and watch my Great Guitar Build Off videos for 2021 and see that build in its final state. It turned out so great, and that was the first scratch build I ever did. So I was really happy with it. Had a Tremoline FT36 Floyd Rose style tremolo on it, HSS Mojo Tone pickups in that guitar, 5-way selector switch, 1 volume, 1 tone, Maximum Guitar Works, control knobs, hip shot 3x3 tuners. I came up with a completely new original headstock design that I plan to use here at Sweet Tea. Anyway, knowing that I came up with a hybrid guitar last year, and you know, I don't know if you call it hybrid or whatever it is, but you know, you normally don't see a Les Paul that's a 25.5-inch scale. I think I'm going to do another hybrid guitar. I've got a beautiful set of PAF inspired humbucking pickups that my friend Bill Taylor from Sonoran Custom Wound Pickups made for me. And I thought it would be a nice gesture for me to use those in my Great Guitar Build Off entry this year, knowing that Bill's going to be a participant in this thing too. So I can't wait to see what Bill does. He's a great builder, as are so many other guys that are going to be here this year. I'm going to try to do something different. I'm not going after some big win here or anything like that. I'm just going to do the best I can to try and come up with a unique guitar design. We're early enough in this thing that I've got time to think about this. Let's take a look at some top sets. This is mainly what I want to decide on. Bodywood, all that stuff will be determined by what top set I choose. I wanted to show you guys 3 top sets that I've gotten recently. And then I'll make my final decision based on what you guys say and what I wind up thinking. Here's my first top set, you guys. This is a piece of Oregon myrtle wood that is just, I mean, look at that, man. That is just killer bent and gnarly. Look at the figuring in that. That is just beautiful. So that's top set number 1. This top set's right over 1/4 of an inch thick. I could do some really nice carves on the side of this thing and do, like I like to do a really cool bevel treatment, especially if I do a multi-laminate top and slap a piece of white bird's eye maple or something like that under this top on a dark wood body. I think that would be awesome. The same could be said for this next top set. Man, I'm telling you, since I started buying wood from C. Jacobs, I have become an absolute fan of myrtle. This is another myrtle wood set. Look at that, guys. I mean, look at the curl in that. It is just rippled. Let's do this real quick. Let's wipe this thing down with some naphtha, because this really highlights that flaming. Look at that, you guys. We'll do kind of a before and after. You know, you can kind of see what that would look like with some finish on it, but look at that curl in that. This is just sick. Plus that chevron in the middle. I could do some really interesting stuff with this. So this is choice number 2. This set comes in a little below, it's about 0.20. So this one's thinner than 1/4. Here's the third set. And this one is the one I'm really considering going with. Not only will it be the most dramatic, it'll also be the hardest one for me to use because there are some bark inclusions. This right here looks like it came from another planet somewhere. This is a piece of walnut. Look at that right there. This is a set that I'm thinking about using. So let me know what you guys think about those 3 tops. It will be one of those 3 going on this guitar. But I think that walnut set on the body shape that I've got in mind, which will be revealed shortly, I just think that'll make a beautiful guitar. I'll fill that bark inclusion with some gold pearl or something like that, just to give it a little accent hit. I think it'll be cool. Fretboard wise, I've chosen 4 fretboards that are a possibility. I've kind of compared these with these 3 top sets. All 4 of these fretboards will work with any 3 of those tops. So the first, and I'm not leaning heavily towards this, but this is Zebrano or zebra wood. Second, I've got a beautiful piece, and you're not really going to be able to see it that great on camera, but this thing's got some blue-gray streaks. This is a piece of Macassar ebony. I mean, I think ebony makes a great fretboard. It's super fast, and ebony shines up nice and black. You can get a mirror finish on ebony. The third fretboard is I thought this was pretty unique considering what it is. This is a piece of East Indian rosewood. But look at that, you guys. It is not a typical piece of rosewood. That is way lighter than you normally see in rosewood, and it's got some really defined streaking going on in this thing. I love that. I think this will look really nice with any of those top sets. I've pretty much got this narrowed down to 2 top sets and 2 fretboards, and you guys can tell me what you think about it. Check this out. This is a piece of Morado or Bolivian rosewood. One of these 2, it'll create a completely different look on the guitar, which will probably have some impact on the neck wood that I use. But I would be fine using either one of these fretboards, honestly. Beautiful. I love Bolivian rosewood. It's so lovely. I love this walnut top set. This is the one that I'm really thinking about using. I mean, look at that. That is just ripped and beautiful and crazy wild looking. Now, if I use the walnut, I would probably either leave it natural or do a subtle black burst around the edge to natural. If I use this top set, I think the ebony may look good with this, as would a maple fretboard, which I have. I wouldn't want to take too much away from the focus you put on this body. That's one of the reasons why I really am probably going to go with this this ebony, because it does not take your focus away from that wickedly beautiful body wood. So that's where I'm at. You guys let me know what you think. If any of you guys need wood that looks like this or is similar to this, go to C. Jacobs Woods or send them a DM on Instagram. They've got some of the most beautiful myrtle you've ever seen in your life. As you can see here, I'm lucky enough to get this piece, and I just got this last week. The neck wood that I'm planning on using for this, regardless of which top set I choose, and pretty much regardless of which fretboard I use. This is a piece of Oregon myrtle. This is heavy. It's beautiful. I love that streaking. It's got some really nice coloration going on in it. You can see up the side there what's going on both sides. I will be using a multi-laminate neck, although I have not decided what my accent pieces are going to be. I think I'm going to try to come up with some black veneer, or either cut some really super thin strips of something else, which I've got right here. This is a 4-foot long piece of Murado or Bolivian rosewood. I would have to cut me a piece of this and see what it looks like on the side. This one's got a nice black streak running down there. And I've got a feeling if I cut down into here where this is, that I'll see some more of that streaking be revealed. But I'm thinking an accent stripe of this with some black veneer in between this and that myrtle wood. But you guys let me know what you think about these top wood choices. And definitely let me know if you agree with my choice of using that walnut and that ebony. I'm leaning heavily towards that direction. I'm about to get really super busy in the shop, you guys. I may miss a few live streams because of this. I got to really get on it to be able to make sure I can complete all this work. But I hope you guys will continue to join me here at the shop. I wish everybody that's entering the Great Guitar Build-Off the best of luck. I cannot wait to see what is created this year. And you guys think about how cool this is. 400 or 500 people all over the world building a completely custom one-of-a-kind guitar all at the same time. How much cooler can you get than that? And another thing, this is the greatest community of people that you will ever belong to. Everybody in this community is more than willing and eager to help you out in any way that they possibly can. That includes me. I am so proud to belong to this brotherhood of builders that has built up around the Great Guitar Build-Off to promote guitar building all over this world. That is the message of the Great Guitar Build-Off. You know, that's why I'm doing this. That's why I'm so into guitar building. The fact that I belong to this beautiful community with all these talented people willing to lend their knowledge to me anytime I need it. I have never in my life felt what I feel for this community and this craft that we're all so fond of and so passionate about. It's one of the most beautiful things I've ever watched unfold. So you guys come on back to the channel, hit that notification bell so you can find out when I post my next video. And until that time, you guys, peace and love.